Hi everybody, thanks for joining Create with Dee. Today we're going to be making a dual K-cup holder and we're going to decorate it for the fall months. Let's get started making this project. To make the base of our K-cup, our dual K-cup holder, we're going to need a piece of cardstock cut at 9 1/4 by 8 1/2, and I have the 9 1/4 or 9 1/4 inch side up along the top of my Simply Scored scoring tool. And we're going to make 4 score lines at every 2 1/4 inches. So we're going to score at 2 1/4, at 4 1/2, at 6 3/4, and at 9 inches. Whoops. Then we're going to turn it a 1/4 turn so that we have the 8 1/2 inch side up here. And we're going to score along the top on that one at 2 inches and at 6 1/2. So this is the 9 1/4 inch side up here at the top. And what we want to do first is we're going to notch out these little corner sections here. So on the 1/4 inch side, we're going to snip out that little intersection here. So we're going to cut with our paper snips up to the intersecting score line and notch that out so that when you're done you have something that looks like that. So again, we're still having this little 1/4 of an inch area here to our right. We're going to snip or cut all the way up to the intersecting line these side flaps. So again, this is still working along the 9 1/4 inch side. These are going to be our box flaps or sides that we're creating. Okay, so we've got that. Flip it around and cut the other side. Again, just up to the intersecting score line. And these again are going to be our box flaps and sides that we're making here. And done. Now for this project we're going to be using our 1 3/4 inch circle several times. And so as you can see, I have the old whale tail style. And if you would order your 1 3/4 inch circle, it would come in the new easy to store collapsible style. So that I already had mine in this one, and I always think, why do it again? So what we want to do is we're going to punch out 2 circles here, and that's where our little K-cup holders will go. With some scrap cardstock, go ahead and punch out 2 1 3/4 inch circles. Doesn't matter what color, of course, just whatever you have, and put just a little bit of snail on the back of them. We just want it, I guess, just enough to be a little tacky on it, and press down on it lightly so that if you want to reposition it, you can. And what I like to do is put it about maybe 1/4 of an inch from the sides of it, and I'll even those up in just a little bit. But what that will allow is to make sure that you don't overlap the lips. So if you get these circles punched too close together, the lips of your K-cups will overlap, and I want to keep them nice and apart. So I've got the circles positioned where I want, and they are on the panel that's here by, again, where the 1/4 of an inch was at. And we're going to tuck in that panel, and the reason why we have to tuck it in is so that the neck of our punch will reach far enough. So you just go over where you want to punch, go over that sample and punch that out. Now what I would recommend is to pull it out so it doesn't get caught on the lip, because it's such a little tab that we have there, and line it up on the second hole and punch and bring it out, and now we have the holders. Next, what we want to do is reach for our tear and tape, and we don't need any tear and tape on the first flap over here to the left. So we'll skip this first one, and then along the top of each of the others we'll put some tear and tape. Tear and tape is so awesome because it's just that you tear it with your nails or your fingers very easily. Oops. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So I have the tear and tape along both the top and the bottom part, as well as putting some along this this little 1/4 inch flap. So you want to turn that inward and put it on this back side. So before we tear off the tear and tape, let me show you how this is going to go together. So again, all of these panels are gonna, I'll do it here on the side. So they're gonna fold up among themselves, you know, like this, and go together and make our box. Okay, so I'll go ahead and take all of the tear and tape off and we'll assemble the box. What I like to do is save this panel right here for the last one. This is going to be my last panel that I put the sides on. So I start with this one. So we're going to fold up the panel that we did not put any adhesive on, and we'll line up the sides and pinch together. Go do the other one at the time, or you know, the other side. Line up, and you will get this little funky looking, it won't line up here, and that's okay. We're going to cover this anyways. So like I said, I'm going to skip this one for last. So now I'm going to bring in the panel that's got the holes punched on, and so I'm going to bring that up, and at the same time I'm going to tuck in where the adhesive is on the little tab to keep that down. So get that in there, line that up, and that's why I think it's easier to do that other panel last. And it doesn't have, guys, this project's really forgiving. We're going to cover up a lot of this stuff, so don't be, you know, don't freak out if things don't line up just perfectly, because a lot of it's going to be covered. So that's that same panel. We tuck that down. And now the last panel, this is going to be our front. And we've got our little box. Love it. So we can just, you know, that's our little K-cup. The rest of it's decorating. So let's put this back on panel so that we have more to decorate. Alrighty, so the layering sizes that we're going to need to do the back panel and the side panel decorations are going to need a piece of coordinating cardstock that you did for the base here. So this is cut at 4.5 by 5.5, and then we're going to do some layering pieces on the card top. This is Old Olive, and this is cut at 4 3/8 by 3 1/8. Into the Woods Designer Series paper, cut at 4 1/4 by 3. And then for the box panel itself, the front panel, we've got Old Olive, and this is cut at 4 3/8 by 2 1/8. And then this is 4 1/4 by 2, more of the Into the Woods Designer Series paper. And then we need 2 side panels here for the sides. So the Old Olive squares are 2 1/8 by 2 1/8. And a 2 by 2 piece of Designer Series paper. So to put these together, I'm just using snail adhesive. And we'll go ahead and layer the pieces together. Put those on. And then this is going to be just the top section only. We don't need to put paper here on this part that nobody will see. That's why we've got a little different dimensions for the top panel. And get that lined up towards the top. Awesome. And then we're going to put some more of our tear and tape here and adhere that to the back of the box. Tear and tape on and off. And now I want to make sure that I'm doing this on the back side. And it's going to go on like that. I'm going to have it face me just a second. Line up the bottom. Whoops, make sure. It's so hard some of this stuff to do on camera. So let me get it here. There we go. And then you can put your finger in the holes there and make sure that you get a nice burnish on that adhesive. Now that panel's done. And let's put together the other pieces now. are the other layering pieces. Again, put some snail. This will be our front panel of the box. Get that on. Again, you can put your finger in there. Once you get the hang of this, if you wanted to decorate some of it before you put it together, you could. But really, the side panels here, you almost have to wait till the box is put together so that you can cover up all of that. Get that on here. And see, that's what I say, like this, our little decorating is going to hide a lot of our flaps that don't quite fold over just right. And I'll do the other side. Okay, so we'll get the other side. Same thing. Get our little matting layers. Put that on. And we're all set. So then it's just a matter of doing more decorations. Please see my other video that I have on how to make these adorable little apples that we can put on there. But I wanted to show you the basic construction on that and ready to go for your K-cups. So again, if you're just looking for the holder, that's the holder. And please check out part 2 which is finishing up with the apple punch art that we're going to do. But I just wanted to show that you can take that same box and decorate it for anything that you like. Here's one using the stamp set. I think it's Have a Cup of Cheer is really what the stamp set is. And, here's Santa holding that. Of course, he's got his hot chocolate because Santa loves his hot cocoa. Same thing. So you can make it in any theme that you want for your dual K-cup holders. Well, thanks for watching, everybody, and happy crafting. Bye-bye.